You do look silly. Oh.
I don't look good?
No, you don't look good.
I don't look like classy or nothing like that?
You look terrible.
Whatever.
At least you could have gotten it cleaned before you.
It still had the cleaner's tags on it.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Then they did a terrible job, by the way. These stains are just...
It's a light colored suit. I don't know what you're going to do about it.
Then you really need to find a new cleaners.
Welcome to the Whisky Wimps. Today we're tasting Evan Williams White Label Bottle and Bond. We're going to talk about what bottle and bond means. And we're going to taste this whiskey. Are you ready, Matthew?
I'm ready, Brian.
We're the Whisky Wimps. Let's open this sucker up. I feel like that's a pretty good start to getting it going. So, Evan Williams is, well, before we get into that, why don't we talk about, let's talk about how many companies there are. There's roughly like 8 companies and about 13 distilleries within those 8 companies that produce most of the whiskey in the United States. Most, maybe even in the world.
Yeah.
This particular company that makes Evan Williams is Heaven Hill, and Heaven Hill is also the distillery. And yeah, the mash bill on this is 78% corn, 12% barley, and what percent does that leave over? 10% rye, which most bourbons, all bourbons are at least 51% corn and have rye and barley in there as well. Some are a little higher rye to get better flavors or different flavors. Some substitute the rye for wheat, which is something we'll be tasting this month. And that's a loud truck.
We're filming outside. This is the best way to drink whiskey, in my opinion.
I like it out here.
I love it out here.
It's beautiful. Do you see our nice new facilities? We got, yeah, it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. All right, Chuck, you done driving by? Matt, can you tell us anything about bottle and bond?
Sure. Bottle and bond means has to be aged for at least 4 years. It has to be 100 proof. And it has to be distilled and bottled all in the same distillery.
And it's overseen by the federal government.
Exactly, yeah, it's all...
A bonded warehouse.
Exactly, it's all sanctioned by the United States government.
And they started bottle and bond, I believe it was 1897 when bottle and bond became a thing. And the idea behind it was to make a higher quality whiskey, you know, have standards, I guess, which bourbon already has standards. And bottle and bond just ups those standards to the things that Matt just said. And Evan Williams. The nice thing about Evan Williams is that it's not very expensive. Well, I think I picked this bottle up for like 15 bucks.
Right.
Which we'll find out if that translates over to...
I think they're also the second largest selling company of straight bourbon.
Are they?
Yeah. Just next to Jim Beam.
There's the bottle. It's a twist cap, which for me, twist cap means that... What does twist cap mean to you?
To me, I'm gonna be honest with you, it seems like a little bit cheaper.
Sure. Which, I mean...
for 15 bucks, we're gonna find out if this... I mean, there are other whiskeys out there, you know, corked and are $15 that are very good.
I've never actually had Evan Williams, ever.
I've never had Evan Williams either.
It does have those classic bourbon notes on it. It's got that caramel and the vanilla, your classic bourbon notes.
I'm getting a lot of vanilla.
Oh, because it's definitely got a nice nose.
It does.
I mean, I'm super happy with that. For 15 bucks, I'll take that nose all day long.
I was gonna say, it's really good off the nose.
It's even got a little bit of that little bit of nutty backbeat that I know we both are fans of. Mm-hmm. It's almost reminiscent of like Buffalo Trace, but again, it's those classic.
Yeah, it's
classic notes. Oh, then we got cars driving by in the background. Oh Lord.
Welcome home.
Very smooth. The vanilla's there on the palate, heavy.
Very heavy on the vanilla. I almost say too heavy on the vanilla.
And for 100 proof, it's about that could have been, you know, it's finishing. There's more of a burn in the finish. I'm getting that as it runs down through the back of the throat. On the tongue, there was a touch of the spice, but when it first went across my tongue, it felt like an 80 proof. Felt like a very low
It
proof.
felt like a very low proof.
But it's building, and that warmth from the 100 proof is kind of, it came afterwards. I'm gonna say well worth the $15.
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. I definitely picked this one up again.
I mean, I'd easily pay twice that for something that tastes like this. Glad that we don't have to.
I'm glad we don't have to. let's not have it marketed up.
But I'd
here.
also pay. I'd want a cork.
I want it. If I was gonna have it changed, I'd have a cork.
Cool bottle though. Good looking bottle. The white label is
No, they also have a black label.
right, which is not bottled in
It's
bond.
not bottle and bond. The white label is the bottle and bond one.
Yeah, no, the nose is very.
The
important.
nose is very good.
I keep going back to it. It's,
I honestly like. I just keep smelling it.
yeah, it's almost like a beam. It's almost like that nuttiness that we find in things like Booker's that we love so much. Like it's there.
It's there. The nose is really good.
I do love whiskeys like that where you can just keep go back and smelling them. Go back.
Keep going back.
Is that proper English? Man, that is a damn fine $15 bottle right there.
We haven't even told our viewers about our new glasses.
Oh yeah, check out the new glasses. We got our Whisky Wimps logo on there. Obviously, Whisky Wimps is the official name of the channel now. We just kind of went with it.
Yeah.
And we got our names on there. We started the Patreon group. We've got patrons now. Fantastic. You can, if you join, you can get like exclusive early access to videos. You can get custom glasses, just like we have here, these Glencairns, which are the best way to drink whiskey, in my opinion, is out of a Glencairn glass.
Definitely.
It's just made for it, literally.
Honestly, I've only taken 2 sips. And just keep going back for the smell.
Yeah, no, the smell, again, that nutty note.
Well, you and I are a big fan of the nut.
I compare. I thought we were gonna get through this whole episode without being ridiculous.
Nope.
You want to see?
I mean, you really classed it up there with the sandals. Oh man.
No, it does it because I don't like that I do this, but I do this.
You do what?
I do all over my freaking nice suit. Subconsciously or even consciously, I'm always comparing everything to Booker's and Little Book. I can't help it. It's my favorite whiskey, period, and has been for a while now, and I compare everything to it. And the fact that this for $15 is right up there. It's not obviously the proof. It's not as thick, it's not as dense, but man, for $15, dude.
It's not as smooth as Booker's, but I still like it. It's still well worth the $15. And this could be my next everyday whiskey.
This is an easy everyday drinker.
Yeah.
Easy everyday, especially at that price.
Exactly.
You can afford to have this, and no matter what your budget is like, you can afford this as an everyday drinker. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I've had a few Heaven Hill products, never the Evan Williams, and I'm very pleasantly surprised.
I'm still getting the very heavy vanilla.
Right across the middle, there's this thing that this takes me to this place, almost like a medicinal type of place, but just on the middle of the palate. It takes me away from the Booker's land. But again, I can't complain about this whiskey, and I'm not going to.
No, you're not going to get me to complain about it either. I was a little worried about the price. For 100 proof, $15, it kind of scared me. I thought it was either going to hit me hard, or it was just...
Got a nice feeling right in here right now.
That nice warm feeling.
A nice warm feeling.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, I think I've said my piece about this whiskey.
It's a good one, guys. I'd recommend it. That's English.
So next week, we're going to be comparing Blanton's to Blanton's. An open bottle that's been open for a while to a brand new bottle that has not yet been cracked. And that's what you can expect next week on the Whisky Wimps. But thank you for joining us today for this episode. One glass in. The other awesome thing is that as we record, Matt lives far away, so we only have really one day a month to film an entire month of episodes. So as each episode of the month comes out, we get deeper and deeper in. And so make sure you turn on your notifications so you can follow along and follow it through the month. Because by the end of the month, it's like, who knows what's happening by then? I don't.
I don't.
All right, let's do this.
Give me the ball before you drop it.